Aquarius, listen closely. Tonight, the moon isn't just glowing, it's watching. It's not shining for everyone, only for the chosen ones who are brave enough to face what's coming. You feel it, don't you? That strange pull in your chest, the tension in the air that feels heavier than usual. It's not anxiety, it's activation. The moon has awakened, and it's scanning your soul to see if you're truly ready for your miracle era. For the next 48 hours, something rare is unfolding above you, a spiritual inspection. The universe is observing how you react when nothing makes sense, when blessings hide behind disappointment, when truth hides behind confusion. This isn't a normal night, Aquarius. This is the final test before everything changes, because the moon doesn't test the weak, it tests the worthy. You've been through betrayal, heartbreak, and the silence of people who were never supposed to leave. But what if I told you that none of it was random? What if every sleepless night was training your spirit to withstand divine pressure, so heaven could trust you with a destiny no one else could carry? Right now, your energy is being scanned. Every thought, every emotion, every doubt. The moon is measuring your vibration, not to punish you, but to confirm that your light is stronger than the darkness that tried to destroy you. Heartbeat intensifies. Aquarius, tonight you're being asked one silent question. Will you break or will you rise? Because the next phase of your life, the miracle era you've been waiting for, can't begin until this test is passed. The moon's energy tonight carries both danger and promise. It exposes what's fake, it reveals what's real, and it brings karmic justice to those who thought you'd never recover. So if you suddenly feel emotional, if people from your past start reappearing, or if your mind begins replaying old pain, don't panic. That's the signal. The moon is pulling your shadows to the surface, not to destroy you, but to prove you've mastered them. This test is disguised as chaos, but beneath that chaos is the miracle that will rewrite your story. You're standing at the edge of transformation, one final spiritual exam before your destiny unfolds. But here's the twist. This test won't look like a blessing, it'll look like a betrayal. And only those who stay calm through the storm will see what's really hidden behind it, their divine reward. Comment below, I'm ready for my final test. I won't break, I'll rise. Aquarius, let's go deeper. When the moon awakens like this, it doesn't just light up the sky, it lights up the truth you've been avoiding. You may have noticed strange emotions rising out of nowhere. One moment, you're calm. The next, you feel everything all at once. Tears, nostalgia, anger, hope, all colliding in the same heartbeat. But those mood swings aren't random. They're signals of awakening. The universe is using your emotions as a secret code, a private conversation between your soul and the stars. Every emotional wave you feel is a test, a scan, a frequency check to see if you're still aligned with your divine path, or if something has pulled you off course. Because right now, Aquarius, the universe is scanning your energy. Every vibration, every thought, every word you speak is being recorded in light. The moon acts like a cosmic mirror. It reflects your inner world back to you. That's why everything feels more intense lately. You're not going crazy. You're becoming conscious. You see, the awakened moon doesn't test your comfort. It tests your composure. It will send emotional chaos disguised as ordinary life. Sudden arguments, old memories resurfacing, unexplainable tension with someone you thought you healed from. It's not a coincidence. It's a setup, a divine setup. Because when you react, the universe takes notes. When you stay centered, the universe unlocks doors. And when you respond with grace instead of fear, that's when your miracle era begins to unfold. Think of it like this. Every emotional surge is a hidden signal from the moon saying, Don't react. Decode. The people testing your patience aren't your enemies. They're actors in your awakening. But here's the twist. The real test won't come from strangers. It'll come from someone you trust, someone close, a friend, a partner, maybe even family, will suddenly shift their energy. They might go silent, distant, or say something that cuts deep, and your first instinct will be to react. But don't. That's the moon's secret trap. It's not about them. It's about you. The universe wants to see if you've learned to protect your peace instead of proving your point. You're being prepared for a life that requires emotional maturity, not emotional reaction. And this test, disguised as conflict, is how heaven confirms that you're ready to handle the power that's coming next. Because power without peace destroys itself, but power with emotional mastery creates miracles. Soft pause, moonlight shimmer sound. So if you're feeling waves of sadness, anxiety, or sudden flashes of intuition, don't numb them. Listen. Each emotion is a message. The moon speaks through feeling, not logic. That uneasy sensation in your chest. It's your soul whispering, something big is coming. Stay calm. You are not falling apart. You are falling into alignment. Every tear, every silence, every emotional flashback is cleaning your energy. The moon is burning away what no longer matches your next chapter. And Aquarius, your next chapter is not survival, it's arrival. You're about to arrive at the reality you once prayed for. But first, the moon must make sure you're emotionally strong enough to hold it. So tonight, if you feel overwhelmed, don't resist it. Sit under the moonlight, breathe, and let it pass through you. You'll notice something miraculous. The emotion fades, but your awareness expands. That's the signal. That's the proof you've passed this phase. Remember, your emotions aren't proof of weakness. They're evidence of evolution. Comment prompt. Have you felt that sudden emotional wave lately? Drop if yes, because that means the moon has already chosen you for the next level. And Aquarius, stay tuned, because in the next phase, I'll reveal how the final test before your miracle era will disguise itself as the hardest week of your year. Aquarius. Now we enter the hardest part of your awakening, the final test before your miracle era. This is the phase no one warns you about, the one where everything goes quiet, everyone disappears, and the universe seems to stop responding. You pray, but heaven feels silent. You give your best, but nothing seems to move. You love, and they betray you. You try to help, and they misunderstand you. But what if I told you, this silence, this loneliness, this betrayal isn't punishment, it's purification. Because the universe hides your miracle behind one final heartbreak, just to see if you can stay calm in chaos. This isn't about loss, it's about proof. Heaven wants to see if your faith still stands when your comfort doesn't. If you can trust divine timing, even when divine silence feels unbearable. Aquarius, this is your refining fire. The storm that doesn't come to destroy you, but to burn away everything that can't go with you into your miracle. Every person who suddenly pulled away, every connection that felt perfect and then shattered, every door that slammed shut right when you thought it would open. All of it is part of this cosmic test, because before the moon releases your reward, it tests your reaction. Will you chase what left you, or will you trust what's being prepared for you? The truth is, not everyone can breathe at the altitude you're about to rise to. The universe is not taking things away from you, it's taking things off of you. You may feel like you've been abandoned, but really, you're being anointed. You may think you're losing, but you're being chosen. This is the energy of divine separation, where heaven quietly removes what drains your peace, even if it hurts your heart, because your miracle cannot bloom in the soil of distraction. Listen closely, Aquarius. You are being stripped down to your true frequency. Everything fake, everything forced, everything that feeds your doubt, it's collapsing. That's why you feel alone. That's why old cycles keep replaying, not because you failed, but because you're at the edge of breakthrough. You're not being punished, you're being purified. Soft pause, echoing whisper. Can you still believe in your destiny when it looks like it's falling apart? That's the real question the moon is asking tonight, because the universe is not testing your strength. It already knows you're strong. It's testing your stability. Can you hold your peace when everything else shakes? And here's the truth no one tells you. When your energy rises, your old life resists. That's why people act strange. That's why emotions spike. That's why things feel unstable. Because your frequency is shifting dimensions. But here's the twist. The one who tries to break you might be the reason heaven promotes you. That betrayal, that insult, that rejection. It's not random. It's the divine trigger that activates your upgrade. Heaven will often use your greatest heartbreak as the proof that you've outgrown your old reality. So when they walk away, let them. When they lie, forgive them. When they try to dim your light, smile, because the moon just confirmed your readiness. You're not meant to fight this season. You're meant to flow through it. Every tear is washing your energy clean. Every silence is sharpening your intuition. Every heartbreak is building your immunity to manipulation. And when it's all over, you'll look back and realize that betrayal was your initiation. It broke your heart, yes, but it also broke your limits. Comment, prompt, type, I'm ready for my final test if you feel this shift inside you, because after this test, the miracle era begins. Aquarius. Once you've survived the silence, once you've passed through the loneliness, the next stage begins, the moonlight revelation. This is when the energy around you starts to shift in ways you can't explain. You start waking up at strange hours. 2:22, 3:33, 4:44. You catch yourself glancing at clocks that always read 11:11. You think it's coincidence, but it's not. It's the universe syncing your timeline. These repeating numbers are divine codes, confirmations that you've crossed an invisible line. You're no longer living by human logic. You're being guided by higher design. The awakened moon exposes every illusion that kept you small. It burns through fake friendships, hidden jealousy, and spiritual interference that was cloaked as love. Every light you lose right now is an illusion being burned away, because the awakened moon exposes every fake connection around you. It burns illusions with its light. You'll notice things more clearly than ever. Words that used to sound sweet now feel manipulative. People who once inspired you now drain you. And spaces that once felt safe suddenly feel heavy. That's not paranoia, that's clarity. The moon is showing you what was always there, but you were too kind, too loyal, too hopeful to see it. This revelation can be painful because you'll realize you were surrounded by energies that mirrored you but didn't match you. They mimicked your light, but they were never built for your frequency. And here's the thing. When your vibration rises, everything false begins to fall. That's why you feel detached lately, not because you're cold, but because your soul is outgrowing its old environment. But before you misunderstand this phase, hear me clearly. The silence isn't punishment, it's preparation. The universe isn't ignoring you. It's rearranging your entire destiny behind the scenes. You're being positioned in rooms where your name will soon be mentioned. You're being protected from conversations where your absence is your shield. And you're being upgraded in ways that can't be seen yet. Because heaven doesn't reveal miracles before they're rooted. It's easy to think nothing's happening, but that's exactly when everything is. Energy is being reprogrammed. Karma is being reversed. and new doors are aligning perfectly to open when your heart is ready, not desperate. Aquarius, the moon is whispering tonight. Don't chase what's fading, trust what's forming. When you stop forcing connections, the universe starts forwarding blessings. When you stop questioning your worth, you start radiating the frequency of miracles. When you let go of what doesn't align, the right people, opportunities, and divine timing find you effortlessly. But here's the twist. When you think the universe is ignoring you, it's actually rearranging your timeline. Every delay, every detour, every closed door was just heaven's way of protecting your name from premature exposure. Because if you had entered those blessings too early, your light would have attracted the wrong attention. So the delay wasn't denial, it was defense. The moonlight revelation is heaven's way of saying, you've proven yourself in the dark. Now prepare to rise in the light. And soon you'll feel it, a sudden rush of peace, clarity, and confidence you can't explain. That's your energy locking into divine order. That's your sign that you've officially passed the inner exam. The moon has seen your pain, the stars have witnessed your endurance, and now the universe is preparing the stage for your public redemption. Every sleepless night was never wasted. Every tear you cried was currency for the timeline you're about to walk into. Aquarius, your story is shifting from confusion to confirmation. The people who doubted you will soon say, I always knew. But you'll know the truth. It wasn't luck, it was alignment. So as you rest tonight, look up at the moon one more time and whisper, I'm ready for what's mine. Because from this moment on, your energy will start pulling miracles towards you like a magnet. Comment. Prompt. Do you see angel numbers lately? Tell me which ones. 111, 222, 333, 444, or 1111. Because those numbers are the codes of your next reality. Aquarius. It's almost midnight. The moon is glowing at its highest point. Silent, watching, waiting. You've survived the emotional wave, the loneliness, and the betrayal. You've passed through the purification fire. But now comes the moment that decides everything, the midnight decision. You see, every soul reaches a breaking point, a single choice that determines whether you stay trapped in your old timeline or step into your divine one. And for you, that moment is now. The moon won't open the next portal until you choose peace over pain. This isn't about others anymore. This is about your vibration. The universe has been testing your reactions, measuring your energy, observing your thought. It's not judging you, it's waiting for alignment. Because tonight, heaven asks one question. Will you let go? Or will you let what hurt you keep leading your story? Aquarius, there's someone or something you've been holding on to. A memory, a wound, a face that still haunts your quiet hours. Maybe it's the person who betrayed you, or the version of yourself that you still blame for not knowing better. But that attachment, that's the weight keeping your wings from opening. Forgiveness doesn't mean they were right. It means you're ready to stop letting them live rent-free in your frequency. If you want the moon gate to open, if you want your next chapter to begin, you must decide before midnight. Will you forgive? Will you surrender? Will you write your own declaration of peace? Take a pen, write this down. I release what tried to break me. I choose peace, and I am ready for my miracle. Then say it out loud, because words spoken under this awakened moon carry power. They seal timelines. They close karmic loops. This is your personal initiation, the one where your higher self watches quietly, waiting for your final answer. Do you keep replaying the old story, or do you declare a new one? Aquarius, the moon is reflecting your soul right now, glowing, calm, powerful. Look outside. Notice how still the world feels. That's not silence. That's alignment. The universe is holding its breath, waiting for your decision, because your destiny doesn't respond to pain. It responds to peace, and peace isn't found, it's chosen. But here's the twist. If you delay your decision, the universe delays your reward. That's how divine timing works. The miracle is already written, but it won't release until your energy matches its vibration. If you keep replaying betrayal, your blessing can't find your frequency. If you keep fighting battles that are already over, the universe keeps you in training instead of triumph. So tonight, make it official. Say, I forgive, I surrender, I am ready for my divine reward. And as you do, visualize this: the sky glowing silver, the moon pulsing with soft light, the wind moving through the trees like whispers of angels. Feel that shift in your chest, the heaviness lifting, the peace settling in. That's not imagination, that's ascension. Forgiveness doesn't change the past, it unlocks the future. Surrender doesn't mean giving up, it means handing your life back to divine order. Aquarius, every miracle you've prayed for has been orbiting your energy, waiting for one command, your decision. Heaven will move the moment you choose peace. Tonight isn't just another night. It's a spiritual contract renewal. The old pain expires at midnight, and when it does, a new timeline activates. One where peace, purpose, and prosperity finally flow without resistance. Close your eyes, take a deep breath. Whisper to the moon, I'm done fighting. I choose peace. I choose my miracle. Because the second those words leave your mouth, the universe shifts its gears. The moonlight portal opens, and your destiny, the one written long before you were born, begins to rise. Comment prompt. Comment, I choose peace if you're claiming your Moongate miracle. Moon and star, Aquarius. Take a deep breath. You've made it through the chaos, the confusion, the betrayal, and the silence. You stood your ground when the universe tested your faith, and now, finally, the test is over. This moon didn't rise to test your pain. It rose to crown your strength. Every tear you cried was seen. Every sleepless night was recorded in the divine timeline. Every moment you thought you were being forgotten, you were actually being prepared for your coronation. Because this isn't just another lunar phase. This is the beginning of your miracle era. You see, the moon doesn't reward the loud, it rewards the loyal. It doesn't bless the perfect, it blesses the patient. And Aquarius, you've been patient far longer than most souls could endure. This moon marks the shift from hidden to highlighted, from isolation to illumination. Everything that tried to break you was actually preparing your light. The delays, the losses, the people who turned away, all of it was sharpening your discernment, building your strength, and aligning your frequency with your true destiny. You weren't being punished, you were being positioned. Aquarius, do you feel that stillness in your heart right now? That's not emptiness, that's alignment. It's the feeling of destiny catching up to you. The moment when heaven whispers, you made it. You didn't give up. And here's the divine truth. Heaven delayed nothing. It was waiting for this exact version of you. The version that doesn't chase, that doesn't beg, that doesn't shrink. The version that trusts even when there's no sign. The version that finally understands that peace is more powerful than panic. Now, the gates are open. The energy that was once blocked is flowing freely. The karmic tables have turned, silently, perfectly, permanently. You're about to witness something surreal. People who walked away will suddenly remember you. Opportunities that once ignored you will start calling your name. Doors that refused to open will unlock without you even knocking. Not because you forced it, but because your vibration now commands it. You've become magnetic to miracles. This next era of your life will not be built through struggle. It will unfold through flow. You won't have to prove anything anymore. Your energy will speak before you do. You'll walk into rooms and feel the atmosphere shift, not because you're trying to impress anyone, but because your frequency is finally visible to the world. The moon has witnessed your endurance. Now, the universe rewards your evolution. Aquarius, this is the prophecy. The next 30 days after this moon gate will not be ordinary. They'll be filled with signs, synchronicities, and divine setups that confirm your transformation. Money will begin to flow again. Love will return, but this time it will recognize your worth. Opportunities will appear out of nowhere, because now you're on your rightful timeline. Every injustice you faced is about to be reversed in public. Every word spoken against you is about to turn into your testimony. Every delay is about to prove divine timing never fails. You didn't lose. You graduated. And this graduation comes with new power. Your intuition will heighten. Your dreams will speak louder. Your light will draw in divine allies and expose hidden enemies. Because when the moon crowns an Aquarius, even the stars adjust their orbit. This is your miracle era, the chapter where everything that once broke your heart becomes your evidence of divine favor. So, when you wake up tomorrow, don't rush, don't question, just breathe and say, everything is working in my favor, even what I don't understand, because it is. Your destiny is no longer waiting, it's activating. Tonight, as you rest under the moon's glow, imagine a silver light surrounding you. Peaceful, powerful, protective. That's your confirmation. The energy has shifted, the gate is open, and now the universe moves on your behalf. You survived the betrayal, you passed the test, you reclaimed your peace, and now heaven announces your rise. The moon whispers, you are no longer the seeker, you are the sign. So Aquarius, if you're ready to step fully into your miracle era, declare it now. Comment below, my destiny activates tonight, to claim your moon gate miracle. Final call to action. Like this video, share it with another Aquarius who needs to hear this prophecy, and make sure you subscribe, because the next revelation will unveil the 3 days after the moon gate, when the universe confirms your power.